Did you ever dream about driving Need for Speed cars in real life? Just imagine how cool it would be to drive a car from one of the most popular gaming series. But do Need for Speed cars exist in real world? Well, some of the cars Need for Speed games were actually inspired or made of real-life examples, and others were fictional, but the most passionate fans decided to make them real, so they took work in their own hands. I'm full with boost, and these are real-life Need for Speed cars. Most iconic Need for Speed car, BMW M3 GTR, is probably the most known replication of a Need for Speed car in real life. If you maybe still don't know, this car is the true GOAT of Need for Speed series, or more exactly of Need for Speed Most Wanted, where it first appeared. Maybe the fact that the car was stolen from you and you had to race to take it back made us so more attached to it. And the fact that actually a few people made this car in real life speaks of its reputation. I'm not sure who did it first, but the first one I saw on the internet was Andrei Klebliev. This guy literally made a real-life M3 GTR. Of course, he made it from a regular BMW E46 M3, because if you're not familiar, M3 GTR was made as a race car to compete in the 2002 American Le Mans Series season. It had a limited production run of 10 units and was engineered as a near-perfection replication of the racing M3 GTR. Now yeah, just imagine how much it would cost to buy one. Then there is also this guy, who also made one, and he didn't make it from an E46 M3 chassis, but from a regular E46 3 Series. He has a whole process explained on his YouTube channel, so you can go and watch it, because it's truly amazing what he did from that car, and the end product is just wow. But it's not just these two guys, there are also other guys who made it, but just for the sake of time I won't go through them all, but I'll drop those social media links down in the description if you want to check them out. Would you believe me if I told you that you could win Eddie's Nissan Skyline from Need for Speed Underground in real life? Yep, you heard it right. Eddie's Nissan Skyline was actually built in real life, for the purpose to be featured in the game. At the time Need for Speed Underground was set to be released, there was a lot of hype around JDM cars, so EA decided to build a real-life JDM car that would then appear in the game. They decided to call Craig Lieberman and ask him if he's down to build a JDM car for Need for Speed Underground. If you don't know who Craig Lieberman is, he is the guy whose Supra, GTR and Maxima all had starring roles in Fast and Furious movie. Then Craig and his friend Neil Chin decided that an R34 GTR was the right car for the job. After the car was done, it was then shown at SEMA Car Show in November. After that, the car was sent to MTV Studio to be filmed for upcoming promotional giveaway on a MTV TRL live television show. 19-year-old girl won the car and then sold it to pay the taxes. I know, retarded, right? The car then appeared in some performance shop in Colorado, and after that the trace of the car got lost, although there were some rumors that the car was seen in Canada. There is also someone from Russia who built a replica of this car, but it's not the actual car that was featured in a game. Ryan Cooper's 240SX from Need for Speed ProStreet is another iconic car of the series, and if I'm honest, anyone who would have seen this car in real life would probably be upset about how it looks. It's definitely not a very polished car in the normal sense of word, however, if you're familiar with the ProStreet storyline, you'll know all about this car. The owner Adam made the car pretty much like the one from the game. Performance-wise, the car is nothing special. It has a stock 240SX engine and a Nitrous Express wet system with a 75 horsepower shot that entirely sums up the car, just like in a game, nitrous on a bone stock motor. The car was seen many times at a racetrack somewhere in Northern California, so if you're from somewhere there, lucky you, maybe you'll get a chance to see it in person. The 2011 Need for Speed Run GT500 Shelby Super Snake is another Need for Speed car that was built in real life prior to the game's release. The Carroll Shelby Foundation teamed up with Electronic Arts to create one of 2011 Need for Speed The Run Edition Shelby GT500 Super Snake. It was featured both on cover and inside EA's Need for Speed The Run. This special real-life version was built by Shelby American with custom EA design made by Eddie Blackmore and true Shelby performance. The Carroll Shelby Foundation sold the world's only official Need for Speed Ford Shelby GT500 Super Snake through an online auction in May 2015. This 750 horsepower beast was sold for approximately $80,000. Jumping back to Need for Speed Most Wanted, where Sergeant Cross first appeared with his police Corvette Z06. We've all hated this guy for scratching the paint from our M3 GTR. But not Andrei Klebliev. He said, "Since I've already made M3 GTR, why not make Sergeant Cross Corvette Z06 as well?" He has posted the whole process of making the police livery and decals on his YouTube channel, so you can go check it out, cause it's really cool. Another legendary Need for Speed car comes from Need for Speed Underground 2, and you've guessed it, it's Rachel's 350Z. Same as M3 GTR, this car was also done by multiple people in real life, probably also because 350Z is not that expensive to get. The cleanest one I've seen is this one. I'll drop his Instagram tag so you can go check it out. The car looks amazing, and it looks almost exactly the same as it was shown in the game. It has a Mantis body kit, carbon fiber hood, a set of 20-inch racing cartwheels, voltage headlights together with livery and paint that looks astonishing. In the latest Need for Speed title, EA decided to team up with currently one of the most known rappers around the world. Of course, I'm talking about A$AP Rocky and his Mercedes-Benz 190e Evo 2. This custom 190e is available to players once they beat Rocky in a head-on race, or when they buy it from a car shop. The car is point-on replica of a real-life car that Rocky owns. It also features slogans like "If not now, then when," and "Always strive and prosper" splashed on the passenger doors. And as you probably know, the car is also a main attraction on a game's cover photo. The real Need for Speed enthusiasts around the world also build some other Need for Speed cars that are maybe not that popular as the others I mentioned, but still really awesome. For example, this Toyota Celica with Underground 1 livery and the Lambo doors, or this Mazda RX-8 with Mia Townsend's livery. There was also some rumors about Sony-inspired Golf GTI from Need for Speed Most Wanted, which was allegedly made by someone from the UK, but the dude took Need for Speed too far and got busted while racing. I guess he ran out of markers and got his car impounded. These were real-life Need for Speed cars. If you think I missed some, drop a comment, and also which was your favorite build and what Need for Speed car would you build? With all that said, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, cause I post every week, and as always, have a great day and I will see you in the next one.